action. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Now, here is Halliburton. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And he's good on the three ball.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Outside Mathurin. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Reigns.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Williams. Can't hit from in close. Pass to Nembhard. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And again, it's Indiana.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
That's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Back to Nembhard. Pass to Turner. Now, here is Halliburton. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 5. Now, Holmgren. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
He'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Van Carroll looking around. And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jumps.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 5. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Give yourself a round of applause.
To the paint. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Neesmith with the ball. Picked up by Banchero.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Banchero outside. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And playing with veteran poise against the shot clock. I like how Banchero handles the pressure.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant. And a big man who can do a little bit of everything, Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Here's Walker. Doesn't go that time. Good defense by Claxton. Here's Williams. Holmgren with it. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
With the step back. Pass to Shepard. And here is Neesmith. No scoring in this one. And Neesmith with the slam.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Holmgren the screen. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers lead by 2.
14. The Thunder. 12.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there. What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Banchero. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Banchero's got 5. Now, here is Halliburton. To the inside. Claxton with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And Williams with the stuff.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Here's Williams. Yes, that goes in.
Timeout.
Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's the 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Turner with the screen. To the middle. Outside for Halliburton. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. 9 points in the game so far.
You talk about Halliburton and his versatility. He can set up the play, or he can finish the play off.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Nice back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Left side, Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. Kicks it out to Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Claxton with it. Now the Pacers moving it up. And a wide open look for Halliburton. No good from outside. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Banchero. Halliburton with the steal. And a wide open look for Mathurin. And a miss there on the triple. Banchero inside. He's got 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Halliburton. Outside, Mathurin. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Outside, Williams. To the wing on the left. For 3, Holmgren. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 7. Here's Mathurin. And he jams it with authority.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Thunder making a switch here. 1:51 left in the first half. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Over in the corner, Shepherd. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Shepherd's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Pacers leading by 12. Here's one.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Pass to Delorier. Back to Williams. They need this. And Williams slams it in.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blue.
And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Williams for three. Williams missing again. Over to the left wing. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Pacers. They lead by 14. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Pass to Mathurin. No good from the wing. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Williams. And it's sent back by Turner. Outside Mathurin. Nailed from three-point land. Mathurin's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Indiana. Now Williams. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Mathurin. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And you see that extra gear with Mathurin. Gets him to the rim in a blink.
Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Holmgren with the steal. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Thunder trailing by 17. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Can't cash in from close range.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Williams can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 15. Tries it from 19. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a motor. Mathurin can go all night, and he has. What a performance.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Fading away, he buries that one in traffic. Takes great body control to make that one go.
Turner for three. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 15-point game. Here's Holmgren. Claxton. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And the Pacers another three.
Well, after hitting a three earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Puts the move on. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Indiana making some changes. A minute 50 left in the third. Outside, Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Timeout.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Thunder trailing by 20. Outside Williams. 1:22 left to play here in the third. Lock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off the shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to Stewart. Inside. Here's DeLaurier. Nothing on the board. Intercepted. Now the Pacers moving it up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Here's Nesmith. No good on the triple. Here's Williams. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Indiana Pacers closing out the quarter.
43.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Thunder trailing by 20. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nembhard grabs the board. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Nembhard with it. Holmgren with the steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Shouldering more and more of the offensive load, SGA understands that his teammates they depend on him to set them up too.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. It's hauled in by Claxton. Banchero, right side. That's short off the rim.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Outside Turner. Pass to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. A three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 18. Here's Holmgren. The rebound by Turner. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Bounce pass, Halliburton. Here's Mathurin with plenty of space. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Siakam outside. Tries the spin move. And here's Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Turner trying to free himself up. For 3, Siakam. Good on the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Banchero. And a wide open look for Claxton. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Indiana leading by 19. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Sinks the three-pointer. Mathurin's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out to Turner. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Williams with the ball. Picked up by Turner. To the left wing. For 3, Holmgren. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. Down low. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the Thunder score.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Takes it out to Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Here's Halliburton. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by Claxton.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pacers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Pascal Siakam.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.